Like a lot of you, I've recently picked up a Blackstone griddle, and I've been making all sorts of things on there. But one thing I've been making a lot of lately are onion burgers.
Average Iowa guy.
And that's how I got the idea to make this spatula. So I'm just going to show you where I got the idea real quick here. There's this place called Sid's Diner, and it is in El Reno, Oklahoma. Looks like there's a problem with their website. But it's at the junction of, I think, Route 66 and some other highway. And this is the place that has probably the most famous onion burgers. They also serve a bunch of other stuff, but so an onion burger, let's see. So a regular burger is a quarter pound with onions, mustard, and pickle, and it's $4.50, which sounds like a great deal to me. Now I'm just going to show you a little video where I got the idea. This is some guys actually eating at the diner. This is from Discover, Oklahoma.
Marty does love meeting and visiting with people, but he also wants to make you the best onion
That
burger
looks
you've ever
good.
had. I asked what makes his onion burgers so delicious.
I use what I call an 80-20 ground beef, Spanish yellow onions
ground
that
chuck.
are sliced just as paper thin
Look at that.
as you can get them. The spatulas we use
Yum.
to make them, I make them. I don't.
There, did you hear that? And I'll show you
I
the
make
spatula
'em.
here.
I don't buy them, I make them.
Yes, he even makes
There. So what is that? That is a brick trowel. So if you do a Google Images search, this is what you get for brick trowels. And you can get these at the local hardware store, but if you want the specific one that I got, it's this one, and I can put a link to it on Amazon if you're interested in it. It's a lot of money to pay, but there's a lot cheaper versions. And let's see how he does his burger.
his own spatulas. But there's a certain technique in cooking the burgers, the smashing down of the onions, knowing exactly when to flip them, toasting the buns, and it's all done on this incredibly seasoned grill.
Wow, that looks
It
great.
still comes down to the food being
they didn't
cooked
show 'em
in front of
show 'em
everyone.
smashing 'em.
And don't forget, Sid's also
Well, anyway, you can find other videos on YouTube where he shows how he actually smashes the burger and stuff. So for my trowel, I got this one. It's by W. Rose, and you can see right here it's stamped made in the USA, and this is the London trowel, wide London trowel. And I got it because I like the stacked leather handle that you can see, and because it's made in the USA. The dimensions on it are 11 inches long, 5 5/8 wide, and pretty cool. So why would you use a brick trowel instead of a regular spatula? Well, let's look. So here's a regular spatula, like you might find at a diner. A lot of them have wood handles, some of them don't, and they're just a little bit, they're pretty bendy. So if you're going to make an onion burger, you're going to want to be able to smash down without worrying about, bending your spatula or possibly even breaking it. Well, if you look at how a brick trowel is made, you see that weld there? It's a triangular weld, and if you think about how a triangle works, that's really efficient. I mean, look at any sort of a bridge that's got buttresses and things. They're equilateral triangles, so that's why you would use a brick trowel, because you can smash the hell out of this and it's not going to bend and it's not going to break. And I was pushing way out here at the end, so as you know, with levers, the further you are away from the fulcrum, the more force generated. And I can bend the metal, but it doesn't bend here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and decide where I want to cut this off draw the line with a Sharpie, and then I'm going to take it out and put it in a vise and cut it off with a hacksaw.
A few moments later.
So now that we've got it cut off, and I cut mine off to about 6 inches, I think that's probably going to be a good size for me. I want to round out these corners, and there's a couple ways you can do that. You can use one of these, and I probably shouldn't tell you what this is called on YouTube, but it just so happens that I have a 2x72 inch belt grinder. I'm going to use that. And now that we've got those corners rounded off, and I had to do a little grinding in here because the handle, believe it or not, is slightly off from center. So I had to grind this a little bit to make it better. So next thing I want to do is on the top surface right here, this is backwards, there we go. On the top surface, I want to put just a little bit of a bevel in here. Not a lot. I mean, I don't want it sharp, but I want it beveled so that it naturally slides under whatever you're trying to lift off of the griddle. So I'll do that real quick. You could do this either with a sharpening stone or with your file, but again, I've got a better way to do it. All right, now that we've got that done, you can see I've got a little bevel there, but it's not, let's see if I can show it to you a little better. So it's thinner there, but it's not sharp. It'll just help this slide underneath the patties a little bit. The last thing I'm going to do is, if you look at the machining on this, they left it a little bit rough. So this, you see the big difference between this surface and that surface. Well, this is 120 grit sandpaper, and this is whatever they surface ground it with, probably like a 60 or an 80 grit. So I'm going to take and sand this down just to look a little bit better. You could do this with sandpaper that's meant for metal or something like that. I have a little bit better tool, and I'm going to do a 240 grit buff on this and see how that looks. All right, we're all done. Beautiful American-made manly spatula. Let's see if we can get it up here. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. And it even says made in the USA on it. If you want me to make a video cooking with this sucker, let me know in the comments. If you have any suggestions, what you want to see me make on the griddle with the new spatula, let me know and I'll throw it together. Hopefully the weather warms up a little bit and I can use it outdoors. It's always more fun to film out there. So thanks a bunch for watching. Hope you liked it. Obviously, because this particular version has the stack leather handle, you don't want to put this in the dishwasher, and don't let your kids use it because they'll probably screw it up. Anyway, bye.